The story takes place on a cold, dark, and windy night in New York City. Around 10 p.m. a police officer is walking his regular beat. He carefully checks the doors of shops and businesses to make sure everything is safe. The streets are almost empty because of the bad weather. As the policeman walks along the street, he notices a man standing in the doorway of a closed hardware store. The man has an unlit cigar in his mouth and seems to be waiting for someone. When the policeman approaches, the man quickly explains that he is not doing anything wrong. The man tells the officer that 20 years ago, he and his best friend, Jimmy Wells, had dinner together at a restaurant called Big Joe Brady's. On that night, they promised to meet again at the same place exactly 20 years later, no matter where life had taken them. The man introduces himself as Bob. He says that after leaving New York, he went to the West, where he worked hard and became successful. He proudly shows the policeman an expensive watch decorated with diamonds, suggesting that he has earned a great deal of money. Bob says that Jimmy was a loyal friend and believes he will certainly keep his promise if he is alive. The policeman listens with interest and then continues his patrol. About 20 minutes later, another man arrives and calls out to Bob. Bob happily believes that his old friend Jimmy has finally come. The two men greet each other warmly and begin walking together through the streets while talking about their lives over the past 20 years. As they walk under a bright streetlight, Bob suddenly notices the man's face clearly. He realizes that this man is not Jimmy Wells. Bob says that although 20 years can change a person's appearance, it cannot change certain facial features. The stranger calmly tells Bob that he is not Jimmy. Instead, he is a plainclothes detective. He informs Bob that he is under arrest because the police in Chicago have been searching for him for crimes committed there. Before taking Bob away, the detective hands him a note. The note is from Jimmy Wells. Jimmy explains that he did come to the meeting place and immediately recognized Bob as the wanted criminal described in a police notice from Chicago. Because Bob had once been his closest friend, Jimmy could not bring himself to arrest him personally. Instead, he asked another detective to make the arrest. Bob silently reads the note and realizes that his old friend had remained loyal to both their friendship and his duty as a police officer.